Hi, people. Hello, 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 hello. Just getting myself set up on this other platform here. I want to say good evening. It's Tuesday. You know what time Tuesday is? It's Fashion in 5 Facebook Live here with your host, Jacqueline Shaw, in the house. How are you guys doing? Guys, I'm here with another week of interesting conversations. These guys on my African Fashion Guide Facebook page and those on my Jacqueline Shaw African Fashion Business Coach Facebook page, and I'm glad to have you here with me. If you're here, say hello. Do let me know where you're calling in from. But guys, look, okay, let's talk about this. Today's topic is all about how Africa leaps big time onto the trading map with the AfCFTA. Exactly. How the heck do you even say that word? And what is all the hype about it? That's what I want to be discussing. What is all the hype about the I can't pronounce the word, the AfCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. So guys, let me introduce myself to you. I'm Jacqueline Shaw. I'm the director of African Fashion Guide, the author of the book Fashion Africa. I am the director of the Fashion Africa Conference and our new sourcing trips, Fashion Africa Sourcing Trips. We are an online and offline platform supporting the full supply chain of Africa's fashion textile industry. And we work with you to bring sustainable solutions to your African fashion sourcing strategies and your business. So I'm here to help you, help you to reach your goals, to get those businesses up, and to do the thing that you love to do. And above all, to keep you informed, keeping you informed through the Fashion Inspired Facebook Lives. This is one way of keeping you connected. So yes, let's talk about this word that none of us can really say, this abbreviation called AfCFTA. Now, who's going to time? Because I've got 5 minutes and I always go a little bit over, but I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm quickly jumping on and jumping back on. So what I'm talking about is AfCFTA. Let me just get the full word. The African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Just recently, I think it was last week, Nigeria, one of the biggest economies in Africa, finally jumped on board and joined. Okay, so when Gambia did it a few weeks ago, it was official that this agreement is now it's now official, can be used, and it's a way of connecting. But I'm going to go a bit more deeply into that. But when Nigeria decided to join, it was like, yes, Niger people, yes, we are joining now. I'm not Nigerian, but you got to fake it sometimes. Anyway, look, it's one of the most important economies in Africa, and it's probably one of the most important countries, can I say worldwide? So it's finally signed, and it was the last to join up during the recent African Union meeting in Niger last week, I believe. But it's been done. But to be honest, President Buhari has his concerns about this in regards to how it can affect Nigeria's own trade industry, because he really wants to keep things proudly Nigerian, and it might cause some changes or some effects on it. So he's just not too sure, but they've signed anyway. So I want to give you 5 points of why it's right. So I've got 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 5 points of why AfCFTA is important and is key for Africa's textile industry and Africa's trade industry. If you're here with me, do say hello, guys. I can see you on this page. I can see you on this page. So do just type your name and say hello, and I know that you're here with me. So look, first point, the policy brings together a massive market of 1.2, here comes the figures, 1.2 billion people with a combined GDP as gross domestic product of more than $2.2 trillion. Do you guys hear that? 1.2 billion people are coming together. Remember, this continent is growing. They say that by 2100, 40% of the world will be African. So think about that. 8 billion people in the world. So you can imagine how Africa is going to be growing in the next few years. And it combines a present GDP of $2.2 trillion. That's just amazing. Now, for the fashion industry, this is point number 2. This is great because what it does is it encourages inter-African trade, so that creates unity. It allows free trade between African nations, so that kind of eases the movement of raw materials, the textiles, and finished goods between countries. So let's say, for example, one of the things that people like to do in fashion is to be able to get, let's say, cotton from, say, Ethiopia, Rwanda, or even Egypt, for example, or they want to get wax print from Ghana and they want to ship it to another country, let's say from there to Kenya or wherever, from east to west, north to south, central to wherever. This will allow more ease because it gives them free trade between African nations. This is amazing. Guys, this is your Fashion in 5 Facebook Live. I'm trying to do this in 5 minutes. I'm not even sure what time I'm on right now, but I'm on point number 3. So we're talking about the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Number 3 is that it makes Africa independent or more independent of anyone, and it helps it to create its own GDP, to build its GDP within Africa as a united nation, the United Nations of Africa, right? Number 4 is it allows for an unlocking of the potential of the boost in for African regional trade, meaning that product can be sourced and completed fully in the continent. So there's no need to be exporting to complete production. You know, a lot of the things that happen in Africa is that you may get fruits or you may get raw materials and then you ship it and it's completed elsewhere. Cotton is grown in Africa, and it's shipped and then it's completed in, let's say, I don't know, in India or Turkey or somewhere like that. But now it will allow that it can be done in one place because they can actually be done within Africa itself. So whether there are mills, whether there are production houses, cotton can be sourced locally and then shipped locally with the intra-continental to be able to finish that product there. Then the other thing is that number 5 now is that this turns eyes to Africa, and it will help Africa and reinforce Africa's negotiating position on the international stage. This is a really cool thing about this, is that you then have more interest in Africa, where people want to source there. Now, I'm not saying this will make it perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying be completely problem-free, but this does give Africa more autonomy. It unites the countries, and it gives an opportunity to increase the GDP, which means more trade, more jobs, more impact, just more. And I'm really excited about this, okay? So even Al Jazeera recently, they reported that whilst the global direct investment is down in other countries or worldwide, the last 3 years in a row, in Africa is defying that current slowdown. Global money is banking on Africa's growth. There's reduced barriers to cross-border trade, and they're relying on and banking their money on the affordable access to commodities in Africa. So it's a really exciting time. So look, my lovely, can you see what I am seeing? Can you really understand that Africa really is the future? Really is the future. It really is the future, guys. And the future of fashion is in Africa. That's how I'm going to leave it. Do comment below. Let me know what you think about this trade deal that's now been completed, with Nigeria ticking off and signing away. Do let me know what you think about that. Let me know your thoughts. You think it's a positive thing? What's your understanding of it? Share. Do let me know. If you want to learn a bit more about building your own fashion business in Africa, then book a call with me. You just need to go to fashionafricatalks.com. The link is down below, and book a call with me. I want to talk about how I can help you to build your own fashion business in Africa and do it ethically and responsibly. Okay? I love seeing you guys. That's a wrap from me. I'm Jacqueline Shaw. I'm the director of Africa Fashion Guide. I'm your African fashion business host, and I'm the host of Fashion in 5 Facebook Live. I'll be back next week with more hot topics in the industry on Africa's fashion industry. So join me here on my business page, Jacqueline Shaw's business page, or the African Fashion Guide page, 7 p.m. UK time every week. See you guys later. Take it easy. Bye. See ya.